The Keeper of Flux by Alberto Caeiro, also known as Fernando Pessoa. 9. I'm a keeper of flux. The flock is my thoughts, and my thoughts are all sensations. I think with my eyes, and with my ears, and with my hands and feet, and with my nose and mouth. Thinking about a flower is seeing and smelling it, and eating a piece of fruit is knowing its meaning. That's why when on a hot day I feel sad from liking it so much, and I throw myself lengthwise on the grass and shut my hot eyes, and feeling my whole body lying on reality, I know the truth, and I'm happy. 10. Hey, keeper of flocks, there by the side of the road, what does the blowing wind say to you? That it's the wind, that it blows, that it's blown before and will blow again. What does it say to you? So much more than that. It speaks to me of many other things, of memories and yearnings and things that never were. You never heard the wind blow. The wind only talks about the wind. What you heard from it was a lie, and the lie is in you. 11. That lady has a piano. It's nice, but it's not the running of rivers or the murmuring trees make. Who needs a piano? It's better to have ears and love nature. 12. Virgil's shepherds played the pipes and other things, and they sang about love, literarily. So they say. I've never read Virgil. Why should I read him? Virgil's shepherds, poor guys, are Virgil, and nature is beautiful and ancient. April 12th, 1919. 13. Lightly, lightly, very lightly. A wind passes very lightly and goes away, always very lightly. I don't know what I think, and I don't want to know. 14. I don't bother with rhyme. Rarely are two trees the same, one beside the other. I think and write like flowers have color, but with less perfection in my way of expressing myself, because I lack the divine simplicity of wholly being only my exterior. I see and I'm moved. Moved the way water runs when the ground is sloping, and what I write is as natural as the rising wind. March 7th, 1914. 15. The 4 songs following this one are different from everything I think. Make lies of everything I feel. They are the opposite of what I am. I wrote them when I was getting sick, and so they are natural, and they agree with what I feel. They agree with what they don't agree with. Being sick. I should think the opposite of what I think when I'm healthy. Otherwise, I wouldn't be sick. I should feel the opposite of what I feel when I'm healthy. I should give the lie to my nature of being a creature who feels a certain way. I should be all sick, ideas in everything. When I'm sick, I'm not sick for something else. So, these songs which deny me are not capable of denying me, and are the landscape of my soul in the night, the same in the opposite. 16. If only my life could be an ox cart that goes creaking early mornings along the road, and when it gets where it's going, comes back near dusk along the same road. I wouldn't have to have hopes, only wheels. My old age wouldn't have wrinkles or white hair. When I'm no good anymore, they'll pull off my wheels and I'll lie upside down and broken at the bottom of a ditch. March 14th, 1914. 17. What a jumble of nature on my plate. My sisters the plants, the companions of springs, the saints nobody prays to. And they cut them, and they come to our table. And in the hotels, the noisy guests who come in with their baggage ask for salad. Carelessly, without thinking, they demand from Mother Earth her freshness and her first children, the first green words she ever said, the first things living and iridescent that Noah saw when the waters lowered and the mountaintops emerged green and marshy, and in the air where the dove appeared, the rainbow was shimmering. March 7th, 1914. 18. If only I were the dust on the road, and the feet of the poor were tromping on me. If only I were the flowing rivers, and there were washerwomen on my bank. If only I were the poplars next to the river, and only had the sky above me, and the water below me. If only I were a miller's donkey, and he beat me, and valued me. Better than someone going through life looking back and feeling sorry about it. 1914. 19. The moonlight, when it shines on the grass, I don't know what it reminds me of. It reminds me of my old maid telling me fairy tales, and Our Lady dressed as a beggar helping mistreated children. If I can't believe they're true anymore, why does the moonlight shine on the grass? 20. The Tejo is more beautiful than the river that flows through my village. But the Tejo isn't more beautiful than the river that flows through my village, because the Tejo isn't the river that flows through my village. The Tejo has big boats, and there navigates in it still, for those who see what's not there in everything, the memory of fleets. The Tejo runs down from Spain, and the Tejo goes into the sea in Portugal. Everybody knows that. But not many people know the river of my village, and where it comes from, and where it's going. And so, because it belongs to less people, the river of my village is freer and greater. Through the Tejo, you go to the world. Beyond the Tejo is America, and the fortune you encounter there. Nobody ever thinks about what's beyond the river of my village. The river of my village doesn't make you think about anything. When you're at its bank, you're only at its bank. 21. If I could take a bite of the whole world and feel it on my palate, I'd be more happy for a minute or so, but I don't always want to be happy. Sometimes you have to be unhappy to be natural. Not every day is sunny. When there's been no rain for a while, you pray for it to come. So, I take unhappiness with happiness, naturally, like someone who doesn't find it strange that there are mountains and plains, and that there are cliffs and grass. What you need is to be natural and calm, in happiness and in unhappiness, to feel like someone seeing, to feel like someone walking. And when it's time to die, remember the day dies, and the sunset is beautiful, and the endless night is beautiful. That's how it is, and that's how it should be. 22. Like someone who opens the door of their house on a summer day and peers at the heat of the fields with his whole face, sometimes, suddenly, nature smacks me right in the face of my feelings, and I get confused, worried, wanting to perceive. I don't know how or what, but who's telling me to want to perceive? Who says I have to perceive? When the summer runs the light, hot hand of its breeze across my face, I only have to feel pleased because it's a breeze, or displeased because it's hot, however I feel it. So I should feel it like that because that's how I feel it. 23. My look, blue as the sky, is as calm as water in the sun. It's that way, blue and calm, because it doesn't question and it doesn't get surprised. If I did question or got surprised, new flowers wouldn't bloom in the meadows, and nothing would change in the sun in a way to make it more beautiful. Even if new flowers bloomed in the meadows and the sun turned more beautiful, I would sense fewer flowers in the meadow and would find the sun more ugly, because everything's like it is, and so it's what it is, and I accept. And I'm not even thankful, so I don't seem to be thinking about it. 24. What we see of things is things. Why would we see one thing as being another? Why is it that seeing and hearing would deceive us if seeing and hearing are seeing and hearing? The main thing is knowing how to see. To know how to see without thinking. To know how to see when you see, and not think when you see, or see when you think. But this, poor us, carrying a clothed soul, this takes deep study, a learning to unlearn, and sequestration and freedom from that convent where the poets say the stars are the eternal brothers, and flowers are penitent nuns who only live a day, and where stars really aren't anything but stars, and flowers aren't anything but flowers, that being why I call them stars and flowers.